Hey guys, Dr. Kirk here with another edition of Functional Friday. Today we're going to look at a better way to bench press. Now the bench press is a really common lift that a lot of people really like to do. In general, it's not a great lift if we're talking about normal function and normal movement for our body. Why? Because if we bench press, what becomes tight during the bench press is our pec muscles, okay? So that's the muscles here in the front of our chest. There's two of them. There's the pec major and the pec minor. Now, the pec minor is the one that tends to cause the most problems. It comes from your coracoid process here and it comes down to your first three ribs. So, if you can imagine, if this gets tight, it pulls, right? So it's going to pull that shoulder blade forward. The more you bench and the more you get strong here, the more pull you're going to have here. And if you're not working out the proper muscles in the back of your shoulder blade, you're going to have some imbalance there. So, if you're going to do the bench press, it should be done in a limited amount. It shouldn't be done every day you work out or anything like that. But if you're going to do it, there's ways that we can make it a little more effective for transferring it from the bench press to normal function and normal movement. And I'll show you that now. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to show you what a typical bench press lift looks like. Okay, so first things first is your feet are going to be on the ground in a typical bench press. You're going to arch your back up. And then you're going to come from your chest with the bar and press up. And it's going to be down and press up. One thing you don't want to do with a normal bench press is bow out your elbows too much. You want to keep it nice and close and engaged in that lat and everything there. And then you want to just press through the chest, okay? So what are some problems that we have with that lift? Well, if we look at our spine, I know I've talked about the core a lot, okay? So we want to be able to engage the core. What the bench does is somewhat, it disengages your core and it allows you to start recruiting muscles improperly. So if someone's on their back like this and they go to arch their back up, like people like to do when they bench. So what that does is it brings the spine like this, okay? It brings a bigger arch into your back. Okay, it's what some people call an extension compression stabilization strategy. So basically you're teaching a poor pattern to your body by doing that. You're starting to activate a lot of the muscles in the posterior chain too much, and you're not activating your core or activating what's called intra-abdominal pressure created inside your abdomen. Okay, so what's the best fix there? What's the best medium between those two? Well, one thing that I like to do if I'm doing bench press is I like to come up into a dead bug position. So the dead bug looks like this. It's with your knees and your hips at 90-90. Your arms come straight up. So that's just the dead bug position in general, okay? So what we can do is we can actually transfer that to a bench press. And you're gonna look kind of weird, but just know that you're saving your body while you're doing this. So first step to this is going to be engage your core. Rib cage shouldn't be flaring up. Engaging your core, keeping the rib cage down. Again, hips and knees are at 90-90, and you're engaged throughout the bench press. Now you're going to come down and back up. Same rules apply, keeping everything engaged, keeping the elbows in tight, and you're going to come down to your chest and back up. Now what's that doing? Well, it's teaching you how to produce force through a proper system. So if you're an athlete and you're going to produce force, you need your core to be engaged in order to be able to protect your low back while producing that force. This enables you to do that. It enables you to keep that neutral spine while engaging your core and not coming into this extension compression stabilization strategy, okay? So that is one little tweak that you can make just to kind of make things easier on your body. If you are a power lifter or you're just bench pressing for weight, you can bench press more weight by doing this. The effects of that are going to be long term. Can those structures hold up to all of that poor strategy and poor movement happening? So that's one thing that if you're lifting a ton of weight and that's what you're really trying to accomplish, yes, you can do this. But if you're just lifting to be healthy and things like that, this is the way to do it. And it's a nice modification because you can still do the bench press every once in a while and not have to worry too much about it. Again, it's still going to have that effect on your shoulders of bringing everything kind of forward. So it's not a perfect exercise, but this is one way we can keep our core engaged during it. I hope you guys like this episode of Functional Friday. If you haven't already checked out our Facebook page, make sure to check it out, Premier Chiropractic here in Minot, North Dakota. Check out our website, premierchiropracticnd.com. And if you have a problem, make sure to give the clinic a call now before it becomes a bigger problem later on. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Everyone have a great day.